Welcome to September's newsletter with Casa Dream Team.
Hi guys, welcome to our video newsletter. I'm Ben, the marketer for the Casa Dream Team, also the video guy. So I'm here to teach you some tips and tricks about video. First thing that I want to talk to you guys about is audio. Audio is your number one priority. You have to have good audio. If you have bad audio, people just will not watch your stuff. They'll forgive video more than they will forgive audio. And to show you an example of what bad audio is, just straight out the camera or a phone like you guys might be using, here's what it sounds like. So what you're hearing now is no mic, just raw audio coming straight out the camera. I'm sure you can tell a difference. If not, then my job is obsolete. Oh. All right, check this out. I could be over here, right? I could be over here. You can be as far away as you want, and you'll still hear me. You can still hear me, but you can't see me. You can hear me still. It's crazy. Now, all right, guys. The second thing you need to realize is that lighting is very important. As you can see here, if you can pan the camera around a little bit, we have lights here. I don't know if you can see this, but we have lights here. All just to highlight me. This is all just for me. Which you don't need all these lights if you guys are shooting video, but make sure you find somewhere where there is at least some light. You can use sunlight outside. You can use a lamp that you bring close next to your face as long as it's not in frame. But another example of what it's like with bad light is like this. And then if I were to do that, look how much of a difference that makes. This is disgusting. You don't want to watch this. A whole video like this, you don't want that. And so you don't need a big, fancy, expensive camera to record your videos. I'm sure most of you have something along the lines of this. This is an iPhone. You guys know it's an iPhone. You can record with your iPhone. Just make sure you're not recording like this unless you're doing it for a social media platform where it's built to be vertical, like TikTok or Instagram. When you're recording videos, make sure you do what's called landscape. So this is going to work best on YouTube videos that are going up on a website or on Facebook even. It's going to look so much better if it's horizontal rather than vertical. And the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is background. So as you can see, we have a nice blue piece of paper for our background. Again, you don't need to go out and buy huge sheets of paper for your videos, but just make sure it doesn't look like this. If I were to shoot a video like this, I mean, you can see it's kind of messy. We have boxes and stuff, so just keep in mind your background. Maybe just tidy up your desk, tidy up the background. Maybe have a nice plant or a tree if you're into that. And all the little things come together and you end up with a wonderful video. So, in summary, we have talked about audio, mics. They have mics for iPhones and whatnot if you want to use that. If you don't want to go out and buy a mic, just make sure you're recording in a quiet environment. Not outside, not by the road, in a quiet room where people aren't talking in the background. All right, so good audio, good lighting, record horizontally on your phone, and then have a nice background, and you guys will have yourselves a beautiful video. Thanks for watching. All right, we're going on to the next person.
Hey everybody, my job is to talk to you about a good reason to invest. And so investing might sound really like a big deal and really scary. And it does feel that way when you do it. And then once you've done it, it's kind of like when you rode a bike and it was really scary at the beginning. And then you're like, why doesn't everybody have a bike? It's a lot better than walking. Well, investing is like that. So if you and your spouse, when you first get married, are to buy the house that you're living in, and then let's say a year later you save up enough for a down payment to buy your first investment property, and you have someone else rent that, and so they're paying for your mortgage, and then the next year you buy another one, and so on and so forth. You eventually, by the time you retire, you have a full-blown retirement. If you own 5 or 6 homes and they are bringing in $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month each, you can pretty much live the way you want to. So don't discount investing. We can help you. We help a lot of investors. And so feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to guide you through the ins and outs of investing. Thanks.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be touching on what's happening in the market right now. So it's a really unique time with what's going on, with low levels of supply, higher prices, higher interest rates, and inflation. Some would say that we're in a bubble, right? But what we're actually seeing is a balance happening in the market. So let's get into that a little bit more. So as of today, there are just over 1,400 single-family detached homes available in the Albuquerque area. It's about half of the level of inventory that we had in 2019. In March, we had less than 500 homes available for sale. So we are starting to see that number increase, but with the demand and just from a historical standpoint, we still have a very, very low inventory supply right now. We have just over 1 month's level of supply. So in a balanced market, we would typically see that anywhere between 5 to 6 months. So it's still a very strong seller's market just due to the demand and the low levels of inventory. Days on market has gone up a little bit. In August, the average days on market was right about 16 days compared to 12 days in August of 2021. Just to kind of give you a benchmark, in 2012, the average days on market could have been, 60, 70, 80 days. So we are still seeing homes sell, and they're selling relatively quickly. Interest rates have gone up. In the past 6 months, we've seen about a 2.5% to 3% increase in rates. But please know that if you are worried about interest rates, we do have options and ways to work around it to get you into that lower rate. So we are also seeing more price reductions happen in the market. So about 40% of homes are ending up reducing their price, which is not uncommon to see from a seasonal standpoint. We just haven't seen it as much these past 2 years due to the high demand and low level of supply. And of course, interest rates play into that as well. Today, homeowners have more equity in their home than they ever have before. The average sales price has increased about 9.6% since last August. And prices did peak in May, which again is not uncommon to see prices kind of peak in the spring months and kind of flatten out during summer months. We are still expecting to see a 1 to 2% increase in home prices from now until the end of the year. So overall, the market is still very, very strong. It's a great time to buy or sell. So if you or anyone you know of is looking to buy or sell, please give us a call. We'll be happy to help any way we can.
Hello, New Mexico. My name is Eleanor. I'm with Waterstone Mortgage. I am a mortgage loan officer. My job is to provide financing so that you could purchase a home or refinance. But I am here to talk about, number one, how special a home is. A home is where you gather with your family. A home is where you cry together. A home is where you laugh. A home is where you play. It's the holidays. It's everything. It is the American dream. Everyone wants to own a home. It is so special. So I'm going to bust some myths about the home ownership process. All right, here we go. So number one, Kristen talked about the rates. The rates have gone up, but they've only gone to where their normal is. That is the normal. Right now, the rates are where they should be. Yes, they were in the low 3s and 2s, but you know what, guys? I don't think we're ever going to see that again. So we enjoyed it while we could, right? But they're just normal right now. So one of the biggest myths I want to bust is, what is your credit score requirement? Okay, we did a study in New York and we asked several people what they thought the minimum credit score requirement was. And most people came back and said they thought it was 700 or above. And I thought, no, that's not it. Is it 800? No. Actually, believe it or not, guys, your credit score can be as low as, ready for this? 580. Yes. Government loans are very forgiving when it comes to credit. I'm not saying that you should target for a 580 credit score, but I'm going to tell you in just a second how to get that 580 or that zero credit score to a 700. The other huge myth that I want to bust is that down payment requirements. So when we did a study, we asked people and most people said 20%. That's not the case. You could get in as little as 3% and even as little as $500 with some programs and your lower end homes. So with that said, 20% is a myth. You can get in as little as 3%. All right, couple of tips and tricks that I want to teach you and just go over with you. So number one, no credit scores, no home for you, no casa. Okay, you've got to have credit. And I'm going to tell you how the best way to build credit is a mortgage, is to have a real estate loan. The other way is to have your credit card balances, you want to keep them below 20% of the limit. You don't need 15 credit cards. 15 credit cards is not going to do you any more good than if you just had one. But you want one credit card with the balance below 20% of the limit. More debt means your scores are going to be less. Don't go out there and start charging things up. So just know that auto loans and installment loans are not going to help you as much as a mortgage or a credit card revolving debt. Okay, as far as assets and what do you need for closing? Well, cash, no bueno. Get that mattress money out from under your mattress and put it in the bank. The bank is the most secure way that a lender will accept your money. Cash, no good. Okay, you can use your 401k funds to purchase a home. Did you know that there's no penalty if you're buying your first home? So that's a great way to utilize your money and borrow from yourself and pay yourself back. Also, tax season is right around the corner, guys. We're in the fall. Come January, you can use your money to buy your tax refund money to buy a house. What better way to use your tax money? Okay, moving on to, did you know that it is cheaper to buy than it is to rent? You don't, and here's why. You don't need first and last months and security. You get to bring your furry children. Who doesn't want to bring their cats and dogs, right? It will build wealth for you. You're going to be building wealth for yourself instead of your landlord. It's your home to do whatever you want. And not to mention, guys, that it's just the pride of home ownership is just such a great feeling. And you get to do whatever you want with it. It's your home. Okay, well, those are the tips and tricks of buying a home. But just know that financing is not just to buy a home, but if you want to take the equity from your home and you want to debt consolidate, you want to remodel your home, you want to send your kids to college, or you want to go on that big dream vacation of a lifetime. All right, give us a call. We're happy to help. Free consultation on anything, any questions you have. Feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Kelly Corner. Today I will talk about why staging is important on this market. As you know, selling a house is a long process and it may be stressful at times. There's a lot of preparation that goes into selecting when to market your house for sale, such as how much should we ask for and what kind of renovation should we do first. Staging a house is an important aspect in selling a house that a lot of sellers may forget. Staging your property will help it stand out among other houses in the neighborhood, attracting more interest from possible buyers. In the past, staging was done only homes that are difficult to sell. Nowadays, we can see more stage listings than ever before, and here's why. So first, staging increases the value of your home. Staging your home will attract more possible buyers. According to National Association of Realtors, staging can help your price increase up to 13%. Only 1% of seller agent and 0% of buyer agent claim that staging had a negative effect on their asking price. Second, staging shows how to make the best use of a space and allows buyers to picture themselves in the house. It's difficult to picture how to design and decorate an empty house when you first walk in. Staging your house will help buyers to see how each area would work and provide them some ideas on how their belongings may fit to each area. The last thing, staging a home cuts down the time it spends on the market. It shows the longer the house in the market, the more difficult it is to sell. So with nothing to lose and everything to gain, why don't you give us a call if you want to list your house, and we will give you some staging consultation before it goes to the market. Thank you.